Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is August 24th. A lot of stuff to talk about today. We have basically the Fed interview at Jackson Hole Summit. We have jobless claims at 8:30, durable goods, and tomorrow Powell speaks at 10:05 Eastern. Make sure you guys keep track with the economical calendar. Let's jump over to the watch list. This is going to be the top three stocks we're talking about. Of course, we're talking about Nvidia. Nvidia had earnings yesterday. It was probably one of the most anticipated earnings for this week. And you guys can see that we went from 444 to 520, which is the overall highest it's ever been on the 5 year, on the 1 year. So definitely want to keep track of NVIDIA and how it moves today. Overall, it is a little bit more on the overbought side. You guys can see it's slightly pulling back this morning. If we drop down towards like the 15-minute, you can see the 15 minutes overbought. So you may want to lock in your positions depending on if you got weeklies. You may want to lock in your position at the bell, but overall, that is your decision. It does look like it's deemed for a possible pullback at the bell, especially at these overbought RSI levels. Make sure you guys keep that in mind. Dropping down towards the 20-day. You guys can see the 20-day is a little bit more on the overbought side. Now, we are above the EMA right now. If we do violate the 587 level, make sure you guys are aware that is going to be a break of the trend, and we could possibly start pulling back down towards at least 486 and retesting that previous high over here. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Nvidia is going to go higher? Are you guys still going to hold? Let's jump over towards the next one, right? If we do break 520, where can she possibly go, right? Forgot you guys may ask me that question, right? So if she breaks that 520, I think she's going to go to like 525. This is the highest levels that she has reached, right? She is overbought on a few charts, but I believe like 525 should be the next level, then 540, and then she'll start trying to truck her way up towards 600. But overall, she does need some type of breathing room in order for her to have some type of continuation to the upside. Next stock we're going to talk about is Tesla. Tesla basically was oversold, basically started to truck over towards the overbought section over here. We're looking at the 180-day 4-hour. You guys can see that we're a little bit more on the overbought, and we're starting to go sideways. These are sideways 4-hour candles over here. This level was a previous resistance, this 244 level. So we need to break above 244. You guys can see we dropped and kind of floated above it before we faded off. So watch for the break above 244 before we can start pushing up towards 250. If Tesla wants to be bullish, you kind of want to see a break, right? Break that 244 and hold above it. Then you get in, and it starts to go up, right? That's what we're looking for an uptrend. To the downside, we have not only the 20-day trade line, which I have highlighted or indicated at the 240 line, but you have the 180-day trade line at 237. So definitely want to be cautious towards the downside now, since she has major support at those 239 and 240 levels. So I would look for the break of 238 or 237, and then you could possibly short her down towards 230, right? That would be a safer trade, in my opinion. So make sure you guys set your alerts, because Tesla, you guys know Tesla could get stuck in this range over here and just start moving sideways, right? She could start just moving sideways. So let's see what happens. Let's see if she breaks out to the upside or the downside. Very clean levels. Drop down towards the 20-day. You guys can see the 20-day over here. 20-day, she's still above the 20-day trade line. So she could possibly squeeze. 20-day is still crossed up. Just want to see if she breaks that 244 or 245 level before she starts pushing up towards the 250. Same situation to the downside, if not worse, because now we have the 20-day SMA over here acting as support at 233. So 237 down towards 233 should be your first area of concern if you're shorting it, and down towards 231. Right? Overall, what can it possibly do at the bell, right? We're going to jump over towards the 15-minute. 15 minutes, a little bit more on the overbought side, especially yesterday was the 23rd, and you guys can see we went from the lows of 227 to 244. She probably needs some breathing room. It's a little bit more on the overbought side. Don't be shocked if we have a possible pullback. MACD's already crossed down to the downside. So let's see what happens at the bell. Make sure you guys check this chart again right at the bell, right? Next stock we're going to talk about is SPY, right? SPY had a nice move to the upside yesterday as well, too. Let's jump over towards the 20-day. 20-day is a little bit more on the overbought side. MACD is crossing down. We're hitting a resistance level around that 446 level. Make sure you guys are cautious of that. Let's jump over towards the 180-day. 180-day is getting a little bit more on the overbought side as well too. Hitting that resistance level, you guys can see we had some major traffic around that 446. If we do break 446, make sure you set your alerts. If we start to break above 446, we can start pushing up towards 448, which is the 180-day SMA line over here. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. She's above the 1 year, above the 180-day, above the 20-day EMA lines right now. So make sure you guys keep that in mind, that overall she does have a bullish trend, but she's overbought, right? What happens when the stock is overbought? That may start a reversal, right? So right now we are trending above the 20-day trade line right now, and we're starting to get 1 hour candles below. To the downside, very tricky situation, right? We have that 180-day or sitting at 443. I wouldn't want to short it unless we break 443. Since it's so close to where we are right now, watch for the break of 443. Then we can start going down towards 441, which is the 1 year EMA or 1 year trade line. What can she possibly do at the bell, right? Right now at the bell, it's looking more towards, it was oversold. The bounce is kind of in the middle. It's any man's game, right? So she could easily start to try to retest that 446 at the bell. Make sure you guys keep that in mind, right? Overall, she is neutral on the 15-minute with the MACD looking like it wants to cross over. She could come back up and try to retest this 446.81 level, kind of like a double top, or maybe she breaks it and she continues and she heads up towards those levels that we were looking at before, right? She breaks that 446 and starts going up towards like 449 up here. That's going to be it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment below. Say that you made it to the end. Peace.